Hey guys, what's up? It's RGB Edits here. I'm going to be doing a tutorial today on syncing with time remap in After Effects. So first off, you're going to want to make a comp, get everything ready, get your clips. You're going to grab your song. If you double click L, you're going to bring down your sound wave. Quick tip, if you right click on your comp, uncheck rectified audio waveforms. It'll give you a much cleaner waveform. I'll show you what it looks like when it's checked. It's kind of harder to tell where the beats are when individual waveforms are. So right click, uncheck. Much cleaner, easier to tell. I'm going to place your markers on the top, not on the layer, because once you get into editing longer montages and you got a bunch of layers, these markers will always stay up top, but I'll show you right quick. So right quick, if you do a bunch of these, you get a bunch of layers. Just delete all these. As you're scrolling through your comp, that top one up here, when you scroll down, it's going to disappear. You will no longer see it. So you always want to make your main markers on the top here. So when you do that, just make sure you have everything unselected. And you set your marker, it'll go to the top beam. So now that we have our markers in, just save time, I'll let you hear the song right quick. It's just simple to like the kick, snare, kick, snare. So here we go. So I'm gonna have my first shot right here. So what I usually do is I'll grab my gun sounds. I have the ones from the tracks editing back for Cold War. They have the build up already added in. So I'm just gonna delete that for now. Split my layer here. I always place my gunshots first, just to see if it sounds good, and if it sounds good, excuse me, and then I'll try to make the clip fit that, and if I have to make adjustments, I have to make adjustments. Sometimes it's good to watch a clip so you know what, if the shots are spaced in or they're really quick. But here we listen. So you can hear that. It sounds pretty decent. You could also do it on the like snare here. So let me just trim those so we don't hear the bolt. Show you what it sounds like if we sync it to the other one. Kind of like that better, so I think that's what we'll go with. So I'm gonna grab the clip. It's just some quad ahead on Nuketown. Trim it down because it is just like a replay buffer. Alright, it's about there. We'll trim it. We're gonna bring over clip. And we're just gonna line up the first shot. Actually, we're not gonna line up the shot at all. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna snap it over using the left bracket key. Zoom in, Alt, and scroll. I'm gonna set a time marker at the beginning here. Then where he scopes in, it's almost right on beat. Another time marker. Then make one when he shoots. And I honestly skipped the first step. First step, if you're planning on using time wrapping, should be shutting off the audio, turning on frame blending to the second setting. Frame blending is going to help you so you don't get frame drops and to make your slow motion look a lot smoother. And then I always turn on motion blur if I plan on using scale and position. It just helps. So, shot. What I like to usually do is I like to put all my keyframes on the shots first. So I'm just going to find the next shot, keyframe, drag it over. going. Find the shot right there. It's a little after the muzzle flash, but it will do. Actually, we're gonna fix it a little bit sooner. There we go. Go find the next shot. There we go. We'll put some keyframes here and here. Just like that. So now you have all your keyframes, all your shots. All your shots are lined up. So if you watch this, everything's linear. I'll just ram preview it right quick. Now, as you can see, everything's synced up, but it doesn't look great. We have a few beats in the middle. So we're going to find interesting points in the clip in between that look good, that would be good for a slow motion. So for this one, I'm just going to actually leave it here. Keyframe. Then here he scopes out, he sprints, he slides. So I'm going to make it the sliding right about here. I'm going to bring that to this keyframe. And as you can see here, you can see this warping. That's the frame blending and working. Frame blending is good, but it also can be pretty bad when you're not using slow motion. So as you see here, no frame blending, it's crystal clear. Frame blending turned on, it's kind of warpy. We can fix that later. Hits, boom, sun scopes out, runs, slides. So we're gonna make it the slide again. And now everything is synced up to where we want it. But again, everything's gonna be linear, one straight speed. So what we're gonna do is gonna click time remapping, hit F9, you're gonna easy ease. You're gonna go into the graph editor, which is up here. And it's gonna look something like this. Zoom in. If you listen to the song, so what we want to do is we want it to slowly scope in, then zoom in super quick to a really slow motion, hit the shot. So what we're going to do is going to do something like this. So it's going to have him like this, scope in faster. What you're usually going for is some type of S curve, which I'll show you after. This would be the S curve you're kind of shooting for. And you have to play around with it and see what works for you. Right, because this is, as the curve goes up like this, it's fast. As it's more straight, it's slower. As it zooms up, that's speed going up. So, boom. So you just want to kind of do that, keep that shape, keep continuing. And doing this will be less smooth if the lines don't line up. This yellow line, if it's a perfect straight line, it'll be the most smooth transition. Just gonna have to play around with it. Every song will determine on how steep the curves are, what you're going for. So, just play with it. Again, get that similar S style going. On the shots, you don't want to make it too fast because you want your viewers to see what's happening on screen. But don't be afraid on the syncing movement ones to make it a little more quick and jarring. Sometimes it actually looks better because it doesn't look like it's just sped up. It looks like it skips. Just keep doing the same thing. And time remapping is one of those things where it might look good when you're ramp previewing, but when you're watching real speed, might not look so good, which is okay. You just gotta keep going back, playing with the curves. But it's one of the easiest ways to make it look smooth. Looks like we got some frame drops here. Just fine. Alright, let's ramp preview and see what that looks like. That's not the best. It's pretty choppy, but it's just to kind of get the idea of how you would do it. One thing I can fix here is you can see he kind of on the first beat here when he zooms in, it's way too quick. So we can fix that by giving this less of a steep curve, more of a gradual curve. Excuse me. Something like that. Something I'll do here is I'll turn off the frame blending so you guys can see what it looks like without frame blending. Definitely you guys can see the frame drops. Now if I switch this on, you might see some warping. But there you go. That's basically how I do my time remap. Depending on the clips, depending on the song, it really depend on, like I said before, how steep your curves are and everything. But that's, in a nutshell, what you want it to look like for some basic flow. By no means is this edit right now flowing well, but it's just to give you guys the basic fundamentals on what you should be shooting for and the strategy. Everything like impact on shots and everything like that will sell the flow a lot better later on. But yeah, I just got a couple of questions on how I use my time ramping to sync. So I just wanted to show you guys real quick. That's all the time I got today. So thanks for watching, guys, and hope it helped.